Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to this video. This video is all about EGX 2015. Now EGX is the annual British version of Gamescom, if you like, and it gives British fans a chance to get hands-on with the latest games that will be hitting the stores this autumn, this winter, and early next year. And the first one that I went to, the first game I literally ran to, apart from the fact that I didn't really run, it was more of a fast walk, was for Just Cause 3. Now, Just Cause 2 was one of my favourite games of the last generation, and it's still a game that a lot of people play today on the PC, just because while people have modded it, it's just one of those games that's so silly, it just doesn't really make that much difference because it's so fun, and there's endless replayability in just going around blowing stuff up. Now, my impressions of the game were actually very, very good. The most notable thing really is that you've got more control now with the parachute, so you can sort of shoot stuff down with two hands while you're actually on a parachute, which you might be asking, and I was asking, how can you do that? And I believe it's some sort of intelligent strap that straps to the top of your shoulders or something. But then there's also the wingsuit, which you can't obviously go around literally flying up, but you can sort of cruise down and sort of just navigate through the map like that. Now graphically, the game did look like a big step up from Just Cause 2, and Just Cause 2 was quite a pretty game. It was masked with a load of sprites and things like that, but the overall game looked very, very good, and I have to say that Just Cause 3 did look a lot better, and it wasn't even running at its highest settings, so I'm looking forward to getting that home for sure. Now the next game that I looked at was a VR game, and this is a game called Pollen. Now Pollen, you might have seen the gameplay trailer for, or the story trailer, I suppose. It's sort of like a mix. It's a story trailer mixed with a bit of gameplay. But this is a VR game that will be coming to PC and Xbox and PlayStation at a later date. But you don't need to use a headset, but it is sort of geared as a big VR demo. And essentially, it's a game rather than a demo. But the demo that they showed me was literally just sort of like an exploration sort of demonstration. There wasn't really much gameplay going on there, but essentially behind it, it's a space game where there's been an industrial accident, as they put it, on a space station, and it's your job to sort of go and find out what happened. And I believe there's 6 characters, maybe including yourself or something like that in the game, so we don't really know too much about it, other than if you like 2001 and you like Moon, then this should be something that will be right up your alley. But I didn't get too much of a chance to actually sort of play any real gameplay. Now, next was Halo 5, and this took me about 2.5 hours to actually get to the meat and start playing this game. It was the multiplayer I played. This is the story trailer that is running right now. But even though I don't own an Xbox, I have to say I do always have a nice soft spot for Halo. Granted, it would be great if we could actually get Halo on the PC, but the 20 minutes of gameplay that I actually played was sort of multiplayer mixed with some bots, and it's essentially almost like a capture the objective sort of big, large-scale gameplay mess. And I have to say, while it did seem that some of the maps were slightly too big, I say some of the maps, the map I played on seemed maybe slightly too big. Once it got near the end of the game and people started flying banshees and ghosts and things around the map, I had to say I did have a lot of fun. But because it's multiplayer, it's the sort of thing that I guess you need to sort of properly play for a long time to get a good feel of how it's going to be. But I definitely say I very much enjoyed my time with it. But queuing up for 2.5 hours does slightly sour the experience. The game did look very impressive as well. Bear in mind this is running on an Xbox One. It does look very, very good, and I guess we're sort of getting to the point now where the developers can sort of move on and make the games look the best they can, especially if it's an exclusive. Now, I did get some hands-on time with Assassin's Creed Syndicate as well. Now, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is, of course, a Assassin's Creed game that's set in London. And this was immediately better for me because I didn't have to queue up at all. I literally had a chance to literally just go straight in there and start playing the game. And I did kind of miss out on some of the features because I didn't actually realise you could use this grappling hook, sort of a la Batman, but less overpowered. You can go near a rooftop and sort of get straight up on the roof. But it did seem very much Assassin's Creed formula, but the settings seem pretty cool. It's got a woman lead character, which I'm sure a lot of people will be quite happy about. And because I'm English, the setting is brilliant, and I have to say I did very much enjoy my time playing it. But we all know what happened with Unity, so whether this is going to be Unity 2, we're not entirely sure. If it is, it would be pretty poor, but my experience with it was quite good. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops, this is actually the beta sort of footage you're seeing here, because I imagine the build I played was very similar. I definitely couldn't notice too much of a difference, but me and my team, it's fair to say we tore up and sort of won with about 75 points to, I think it was 19, so we definitely were very good. And my thoughts on Black Ops are pretty much the same as they were before, in all honesty, which is pretty good, because I've always been a fan of the Treyarch additions, if you like, of Call of Duty. I always sort of find that they push stuff a little bit further than the other guys without sort of going a bit too far-fetched. Maybe that's just a load of gas, that statement, I'm not entirely sure. But I definitely enjoyed World at War, I definitely enjoyed Black Ops, and to be honest, I enjoyed Black Ops 2. And so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be enjoying Black Ops 3. It's always good just to get a bit of Call of Duty in each year, and there are plenty of people that I'm sure will play it for a long, long time. But I definitely enjoyed my time playing it, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the full game and looking at the campaign and just generally looking at whether it's going to be a decent game. And that pretty much was my EGX. There wasn't too much in it because there was a lot of queuing, unfortunately. But the point is that there are some great games coming. And yes, I did get to play Battlefront. I don't have any footage to show you, so that's why you might be like, well, where's Battlefront? I only got to use the co-op. I didn't get to play on the big multiplayer because the queues were just too big. And to quote the guys at EA when I asked for the press fast pass, I'm sorry, we're not giving that to press. So the press fast pass didn't go to press. So I didn't get a chance with Mirror's Edge, and I didn't get a chance with Star Wars Battlefront. And that is not my fault, and I wasn't very happy about that, as I'm sure you can imagine. But they're coming out very soon, so hopefully we'll get some review copies nearer the time and be able to bring you the full review. So thank you so much for checking out this video. I've actually had to make this video with Premiere, and I'm so used to Vegas, it all seems very foreign to me. So if there's anything wrong with it, I do apologise. But thank you so much for checking out this video, as always, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.